okayfm 101.7.
Now, Mamingo, lawyer, Honorable Inusah Fuseini, former MP for Tamale. Yani nimni wodi obia fen teacher Inusah, teacher Inusah Alhaji. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum ma kunta kayfa halak? Won't say
Me uyo na uso
Oye, Ramadan Karim.
That's
okay.
Yana, mami musa assemwi. And pay making kind bibi kakra. Efa bafwa kuto ho. Na he was a linguist of Sayajman Prempeh the second. Otumfo in 1961. And that stool na occupy my friend Butuakwa school. Otumfo Butu no. Say what person or they mention politics. That time not just say what person breaking that culture of silence. Ni achi ni 2 munti yebutu stunu. In 1966 November 28 and Otumfo sade na konya ne ma no. Na Otumfo Sayajman Prempeh kasa na all can say the reason why he sacrificed Bafokoto and say Kwame Nkrumah kachire and say he choose between one Otumfo Sayajman Prempeh the second any Bafokoto. Nessa so Bafokoto so say one fa any politics culture of silence will be breaking NLM what be ya obechi Otumfo na tum ena ye dane akunyande ma no enne sa landmark case no akoye bibia obi a wafa law school bia musua wa kire mrada musua enne his lordship chief justice ena obakọ kasa mpani ba akọ kasa nam de ade kakra wutwa wo mfori de akire yen sanse wo de ye kan lord here you are one of the law.
Ri Akuto Bafo Akuto was arrested by agents of government. Say oye never be that were detrimental to the state. That time no in the constitution you need bill of rights. You need freedom of speech and all those things. They were common law rights. And to carry a kutoa, no lawyer for no agree say the bill of rights applicable in the UK no it say and apply it in Ghana. Now Bafo Koto was arrested pursuant to a law. A law be ne Emma Nkrumah Bafo Koto. Now again, what from say me chere ma dwin wo the Bafo Koto any special prosecutor.
Yes,
the lesson we can draw from Bafo Koto. Say for law no jina, but not every law is good law.
Okay.
Not every law is good law. Bafo Koto, the Prevention Detention Act was said not to be a good law. Sometimes the Yechi Bafo Koto, that act or similar versions of that act, now were Commonwealth countries including Singapore.
Yeah.
It doesn't work some Commonwealth countries. But it's not good law. Except that the protections against human rights no it also. So some of the arbitrariness of government no have been watered down. So I did the make my country and say whatever law students learns in Bafo Koto, the manifest one is that not every law is good law.
Oh, okay. Not every law is good law.
Because when Nkrumah arrested Bafo Koto, he arrested him pursuant to law. And the activities were there. And then, but they didn't guarantee, and those activities were political activities. So Nkrumah ought to have respected his fundamental right to be part of an association that he can belong to and do activities that will make the government unpopular so that his party can win power. But that was not respected.
Okay.
So
a
law that will not respect the political views of another cannot be good law.
Oh, okay. And yeah, Mamimre, the nomination of a special prosecutor, Kissi Adjebeng. Now, yes, what can say for say a lot of reservation. A nomination a baby leading to an appointment. What that yet you at the end of the year. Yeah, lawyer. Honorable. Honorable. Hello. Yeah, Momo Dina and Comono Afena. Okay, 101.7. You know, Honorable Inusah Fuseini na train Comona, you best have an subium. Father Martin about Mr. Mepacho, a year draw, a timid severe joint pains in arthritis. Father Martin about Mr. Could not have Roma for the drew. Or when I mean, I sorry about Siabo, migraine, a yet yaria, a sobene. Father Martin about Mr. Roma for the drone a coupe binanum. Waba Ubun Sana, I say cow J, Roma for the draw, Obanum stroke, Roma for the draw benum, Bepato bone pay, Roma for the drone, Sasabo, Roma for the draw benum, Baby or Ton Donin, Benjamin, and I watch about Tema, Kings Walk Eba, Ubenabo, Kashi Dog, Benjamin, a Kusfamas Benjamin, Jinamba 0244 42 22 85 0244 42 22 85. Makikani na etiarie menstrual pain, stroke, spinal pain no e Roman for the draw and I will be no kwase me pe Roman for the draw pharmaceutical herbal shops na. Yeah, alaji me sa mo akwa ba biom.
Nka me jim so na line say e
line say aha na me bisa say Yera Godfred Odame Attorney General and na one nominate one schoolmate na damfo
classmate.
The classmate, say Wamrana, say ye hwa, Namotu na ya, or may special prosecutor. Now, yes, what's it, Debbie? At the end, it's no man can say Debbie. I was this and quay. Now, which you say?
Let's see, one new special prosecutor. A office, the A to Sronko. Office the Nana Akufo-Addo oni ne kuo MPP in 2016 omo year campaign omo produce manifesto e ka say yenim say Attorney General no kura all prosecutorial powers, but every say Attorney General no ono no minister for justice. The Minister for Justice no ono ni yankufo no motna wo cabinet. Ndi semuye bone a sa Attorney General on to me prosecute omo because of familiarity. Ndi omo dia se omo ba omo bati asiho an office of the special prosecutor. Omo manifesto no omo friend no special office, no independent prosecutor. Almost will create an independent prosecutor. Now, almost the bill by. Me na me come because na me a ranking member of the Parliament of Ghana Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee. Nti me Ben Abdallah. Lead the process to shape the bill to meet the legitimate aspirations of the people of this country, as captured by the MPP in their manifesto. The first Attorney General, the first special prosecutor, no, your former Attorney General, no one in year, or name Mofra, number nina adults. Or several government at check on his own why vigilante Juma, your friend is citizen vigilante. And the work I say, Minia, ye nominated Martin and Midino. Me can the Omu kind first say this government probably has restored its credibility to fight corruption. In my ranking, grading B+. The people were not happy with me. Now I know why they were not happy, because women say today you have an opportunity. And in drafting the bill, you see, the office is vacant. Within 6 months, on the field, because the executives have always kept public offices occupied in order to manipulate and interfere in the work of acting persons acting in that office. And you say, 6 months, within 6 months you must replace it. So that you don't leave someone acting, then you get, because of the same confirm, you get him to be doing your bidding. The 6 months was chosen on purpose.
Okay.
Alaji, there was an acting special prosecutor, now any deputy, maternity deputy. Mamino, within this 6 month period, no, yanti say, ebia or kikana say cases kwa ne guon or the be court to nominate the anti bibiasa, and no accounted for say, young kase, young man, substantive one, name yedi will be a beautiful friend ever.
Or the special prosecutor law, no. Yeah, me too. Mini committee, yet 29 echo Singapore.
Hey,
me catch you say.
Moko Singapore.
Singapore.
Oh, next time Moko baby Clark K.
Obimuko Canada.
Okay.
Obimuko South Africa. Media me can the Omuko Singapore. No.
One of the nicest countries in the world.
And one of the countries that put its feet down and said, we will not tolerate corruption.
Sure.
And I can tell you that corruption fight is not in the media. In some cases, it can take up to 20 years to continue to pursue a case.
Yeah.
And investigate a case. Because time doesn't run against the commission of a crime.
Yes.
Yeah. So, corruption fights, while not defending the woman or appearing to speak for her, I'm saying that corruption is not fought in the media.
Okay.
Corruption is fought discreetly, quietly, to ensure that you trace, you get the evidence, and when you prosecute.
Eti di na mate mi do ye no a ya wa media space no de ya babetum.
Oh, say me kan kire no okay. Wo your fidie, me kan kire say nyesa na corruption. You remember?
Yeah.
Me kan kire say no, nyesa. Because corruption the people Conco says that one birds learn to fly without perching, hunters must learn to shoot without missing. So it's not a child's play. The temptations of the office are tough. You remember Matamido was at a point was even considering prosecuting some chiefs from Boko.
I said Boko for him.
Yeah. So why do you think he was able to do that? You know, when he submitted the Ajebeng, the president said, "Mama, 1 week, I mean, kind." Or catch the president say, "Oh, in 1 week, now what kind now? I'm very responsible. Maybe I'm back on the show." Okay.
Bra Martin. Now, Mammy,
okay. At a finance minister call the here.
Aye.
Say, person here report, and never know country.
What's it?
What's the report? No, it's not for your consumption.
It's not for your consumption.
These are things that other not me as now.
Because you're incorruptible.
Because we are here, Attorney General before. Because I didn't know who.
He has seen it all.
Oh. I didn't know woman paying but my I didn't know what my He has no children so that you come and say, okay, we'll call Harvard and Cambridge. No, yes, no, or his children are grown, they are finished school. What do you think? President not even the brand, so. President.
Joe.
So this is just that what my concern. Me concern. Yes, sir. Me see one qualify. Even though he never met me at the faculty, when I went back for my master's degree, he was there. He was teaching. So I know him. So, when you say me, how can you say that somebody who's training new lawyers for the country is not qualified to be special prosecutor? When he has met all the criteria.
But who feels that he can be...
I say that the pressure of the office.
Hey,
you see the temptations of the office. You see the risk associated with the office. I have reservations. What's my side, you know?
Maybe. Now, someone said that you said you sit here apart from so a lawyer, no. So what can pleasure the risk, the temptations.
What we can't kabah for akuto any ashanti in it. Any the sacrifice. Yes, I know. I don't think the bar for akuto ashanti ka say okay, call no call ya. Nyobu. Nyobu see.
Aye.
Now look at say Kissi Adjebeng 43 years. Be a nana ko fa dompo the first child in Cheno. And the president calls to say the case will be will investigate the drop. You think that he will be able to argue before the president? You think that?
Mami Musadi, next said the choice.
Well, answer the question, no.
Was it?
Well, answer question.
Our question cannot be answered. What does it say?
Okay, so yeah,
the thing one who said the choice of Kissi Adjebeng as a special prosecutor is wrong ad initio.
Oh no, it's not. I'm saying that the president has to exercise his discretion in favor of a matured person, taking into consideration the risk associated with the office, the temptations of the office, the pressure of the office, and his determination to fight corruption.
Next, but was here. A bet me a basse, a sembi beba, a one on a case in a bed in any moon. A bet me involved with beer, Sika soon. Sika is soon. Meso me a young guy.
The Constitution says that you can't prosecute the president while he's in office. And after a number of years after he's left office, you can't prosecute him. The Constitution doesn't say that you can't investigate the president. So if there is evidence to show that the president is involved in some act which is corrupt in nature or suspicious corruption, the special prosecutor can investigate him. He said that he can prosecute. Okay?
Yeah, me too.
Good. So, in that scenario, what do you think? How will he do it?
That mama radio with you. I'm out for to say, yeah, wo or hineno na na openi ho. Na sa wo funny age dia obaka se unqualified. And as a wo funny age obaka se say ni you obi o so a osua. But pleasures of the office, risk, temptation, whatever no, enye bibia ebetimi a control no. Yetimi nya obi a youngster, but sadie no entimi control no.
Oh, yetimi mankasa yentimi oh yetimi nya. Oh, and I pray that say when you nomination or approval in parliament, it turns out to be such a person. I'm praying. That's my prayer. But what is the one you said?
Okayfm.
In our family setting, yes, here, the whole papa was smart. Even though all his children might be married people, he will choose somebody who he thinks is mature for the purposes of serious missions.
Entika president anasa ye nominate yen pe obi a obetimi aye at par and now award that pedigree na e ben to say the Matiamedu and
pedigree. Pedigree. Why use the word no? Now the person use the word no. We say only pedigree. Who now you see you? Yeah, we know you see. Pedigree in anti-corruption fight.
Yeah.
Nka this age impo. Na say in corruption matters the way. Hey, he doesn't care who it is. Overcome. And then you see the pedigree.
Obi a site issue be of the Ejapa deal. Say Ejapa deal no na wo so ne kra ne nsa wom. Enti no Ejapa deal kra nso na asa koye bibia nwona ya afa na ye be hye no fufuri. Enti we no kra no was enough grounds to disqualify him. What shared or thoughts on this, Nisei?
Oh, for that one there. Say you're a lawyer.
Oh.
So lawyer there. You been here with services, say one advice here. You can advise. The fact that what advice it doesn't mean that you are right. The fact that you have advised to doesn't mean that you are wrong. And a professional job.
Okay.
For that one man for to know because also special prosecutor he cannot be. But I say Obiaka said then he must accuse himself. Mm-hmm. You cannot hold that office. You cannot hold public office and perform other activities that will be in conflict with your office. A constitution a conflict of interest provision. So after that one, it's a given.
Okay.
Okay. You is a given. You don't even talk about them. So,
Alaji, lastly, Obi Chamfoni bi kire me say, Ebra Honorable Kennedy Japan. Ekoye niema bi no. Kissi Adjebeng babontin be kan say. The government, the security agencies must arrest Honorable Kennedy Japan. Ama ekoye banta binum ni ade. Enti so wo hwe ne saa kura no a na bia wo ne political inclination ba o mi so be MPP ni na o ka se ono an member of parliament ye nche no na ekoye banta na che so obi a ekọ right obeka ekọ left obeka eno so say
nkawe or asin
nkawe wa Ashanti region ai.
No, but you know, member of parliament.
Asinof.
Oh, okay.
Asinof, yeah.
And the member of parliament.
The member. Let me guess. The member of parliament. No. The political inclination. No.
Sir, wouldn't be a teacher.
Yeah, teacher Inusah. That clear, yeah.
Okay. So who can say be your MPP ni? And then Kennedy Japan your MP. Now or advocating for the arrest of Kennedy Japan. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
You don't want anything to be shrouded in ambiguity.
Yes. Yes. What's a teacher?
Teacher.
The fact is that, say, Canada, Japan, last time, no, or he was not happy with the work of Anas Aramia Anas. Yes, sir.
Sanity.
Now, he said, the administration, no, Anas Aramia Anas, the lawyer. Yes, sir.
Sure.
And so, and then crossfire. So they were just, they were emotional discharges.
Oh, okay. Sanka, from pa, if who you were to give your opinion on who should be a special prosecutor, Maka pedigree, what are the factors?
Well, you see, you know, when we were doing the law, no, a suggestion came on the floor of the House, but it was voted down. To say, the special prosecutor, it should be possible for the president to ask the commission, Public Services Commission, to cause an advert for a special prosecutor and get people to apply. And then the Public Services Commission every year interview and shortlist 3 people and present the 3 people to the Attorney General, and the Attorney General will nominate one for the President's consideration. If that process were adopted, because it was voted down, if it was adopted, it was voted down because Obiuka said we were circumscribing the powers of the President. And then some Juna calls exotocracy. we were circumscribing. So we have given a lot of power to the president. And so it was voted down because people thought that no, we shouldn't circumscribe those powers. But I think that on hindsight, I think that would have been the best. That would have encouraged transparency in the whole process and then engender support for the person who will emerge. And all these things that raises the CIA would have been dealt with at that level. But let me be clear in my mind. And yes, sir, I'm speaking against Kissi Adjebeng. No.
okayfm.
I'm just saying that probably if we look at it well, I'm also trying to warn him that if he finally gets the nod, there are temptations in the office. There are risks associated with the office. The pressures of the office are exacting. And then the demand and demanding. Okay. It should be put on notice.
He should put on notice.
Yes.
Law bro for pan. He should be put on notice. Now, me we ukra. Ebra mu promulgated that law. No. Me will say one a quasi political position. Now, at the same time, no, and Mrano Samia created a board to regulate the special prosecutor. Ahano, na me who say a corporate institution, and now a quasi. I do my my confused kakra.
Oh, my brother. You need to speak to Kissi Adjebeng. To see already the boss of CDD.
What is that? Kissi Adjebeng? Okay.
Also, no. My creative board, no. Who create independent institution? Now who create board so far? And the board is responsible for general policy. No president, nobody board members, no. How will you guarantee the independence of the special prosecutor? Kissi Adjebeng? Or is it a professor? Is a professor? Or is that a doctor? Kissi Adjebeng, that CDD man. Hello?
Me pena interview no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me pena interview no.
But the chairman,
okayfm.
like I say, and that was also a very strong argument. Say, say office of the special prosecutor, no, is a public office, and we are not creating an office. So we are creating a structure. Our constitution says that when you create such structure, by law, it must have a statutory board, a governing board. And the governing board is what we are putting in place.
Okay.
So that was it. But not many Kissi Adjebeng, because how can you say that the board, you have a board that should regulate an independent special prosecutor?
So how independent will he be?
So we finally put something there with the intention that the board cannot interfere in the day-to-day operations of the office of the special prosecutor. Because the board can decide which cases to pick and which cases not to pick.
Yeah.
Because they set up the general direction.
In the corporate governance structure, no, emanates from the board for you to execute.
The board is the governing board. It's not that you don't have any other thing. A board is a governing board.
It's a governing board.
Corporate structure, even corporate governance. Actually, I say there are certain things that nobody can do except by leave of the board.
Sure.
Yeah. So the board is the governing structure, the governing body. Of any corporation, including public corporations.
Sure.
Yes. So the fact that even the president nominates a chief executive of a PBC is wrong. It's not a good governance. It's not good corporate governance.
Yes. Now, Papa, I'm a graduate of corporate governance. Senka Amai aban hudwa abanyina betia. All board chairmen at least must have some rudiments of what corporate governance is.
Oh, for that one, when they nominate them, some of them go to Jimpa for training.
Oh, okay.
So
I nominated a you.
Now, Chama Besau, we see all government. Was my good friend Napo. Napo. Dentist and gynecologist.
Or a dentist.
Nyen only energy minister.
Energy minister, yeah.
So he will argue that way.
Because me person bianca obi okra na ni ko baby employment wa as a say bianca why compensation management.
Oh, who argue that way you create problems.
Alani mamena wase mamena wase na emede
anyway my last comment on appointments of chief executives to state institutions. Imagine after listening to the president and his renewed commitment to fight galamsey, I think that we should allow the chief executives of state institutions to emerge from the process, not to appoint. You see, for instance, you see, I mean, you can say the chief executive of Forestry Commission is a politician.
Mm-hmm.
The acting chief executive of Minerals Commission is not a politician. He's acting. Mm-hmm. But will he be confirmed?
No, maybe he may.
He will bring a politician. Mm-hmm. Now, I mentioned Forestry Commission. The chief executive of EPA is a politician.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so you see, and now we are looking at the possibility of the propriety of the OMA people licenses or permits to mine in forest reserve areas.
Mm-hmm.
And Section 18 of the Minerals and Mining Act 703, say, before Minerals Commission Burma permit signed by the minister, there must be a no objection from the Forestry Commission and the EPA.
Mm-hmm.
So can you imagine that EPA is headed by a politician, Forestry Commission is headed by a politician, Minerals Commission is headed by a and then there is an understanding that they are open licenses, your party member. Can you imagine that what that can mean?
Chama Baba Pepper Lances here now. Chama compare with you. Chama so ban win my dear our press be
Chama say, oh, me campaign my party enya nkunim no.
Chama ba kwa say who say chama na ban chama.
So I've been looking at it and I'm saying that probably we are doing the wrong thing, because sometimes chief executive no objection, not because we're convinced man no and same on my, but the whole we're in the party member. And now Obia Fred chief executive from I catch it and say, oh, wait for no objection. The offer chief executive entering can say no. But say a chief executive for that critical institutions from within a public sector who are competent and who don't bear allegiance or loyalty to any political party, probably we could be on our way to fighting this man.
I see.
No, there could be a big problem.
Etika wo de what dwen say institutions be also even petroleum commission
petroleum commission so petroleum commission and any the MPA and then there is adulteration of fuel. Then before you realize the fuel has been sold at ridiculous prices to some people. And then they go back and the fuel comes back into our system.
Na wo person wo kan sa asem wo kire mo aban but wo bia wo manye anase nanse yan de bia large Jackson.
So you every day you must be thinking Every day, any bo, it requires you to be thinking every day. You don't just sleep and wake up and then no. You should be thinking. You should be thinking every day.
Alaje, appointment of chief executive, Cocoa board, blah 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 blah. No, ebeya enka. They should emerge from a process.
Yeah, because there should be somebody who has worked all his life in Cocoa board and wants the corporation to grow. And he sees his interests, coterminous with the interests of Cocoa board. He sees Cocoa board as a baby he has nursed all this while. He came to Cocoa board as a young man, and he knows the failures and trials and tribulations of Cocoa board. He knows all the people.
He knows the indos and ectos.
If the president is willing to listen to me, that is what I will say. Now I'm telling you, that's what I believe should be that. Because the CDC in America.
Yeah.
Fauci, Dr. Fauci, and President Trump. You remember?
Yeah, Kaipa.
Why was Fauci able to stand his ground and say, wait there? Are they the President Trump there, you know? It's because he has emerged from the process. On himself, Trump into the Sakano. We're a professional. We're a professional. And so, anytime he spoke, his word carried more weight than the president.
Sure.
Because of their genetic say a professional.
You make I say, Ebra Trump issue ni see COVID you some see no. Say utie ye governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo. Or Kasa. You can see say our the expertise, or the wits, or the wisdom. Just our didn't him the pa.
Or disagree with Trump.
Yes.
You see? And you remember the French general who disagreed with Macron?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
State institutions are state institutions. So it's not by accident that the Constitution establishes the Public Services Commission.
We should get some people to these positions. One more go through the mail.
Yes.
It's yes, our friend Wabana Wobeshias idea with Kramoyan.
And they know because of the way we have conducted ourselves all these years. And then they have partisanship in the awesome. And polarization of the system.
Because there will be a fisheries commission. On
him anything about on him for who someone to
okayfm 1
Hey, Edio. Alaji, Meda say, you must not talk. Some come away, me no better was the BY.
That's it.
Bye bye, Alaji.
Bye.
Lawyer Honorable Alhaji Inusah Fuseini, former MP for Tamale Central. And I don't know, I've changed Komano.
okayfm 101.7